Hi friends, wizd here, welcome to a new Raid Shadow Legends video. Today we will test two of the worst Void Legos. If you have one of them, maybe this video will help you a little bit. We'll just explore if they are actually as bad as they say they are, and if you got unlucky and pulled one of them, is it useful for you to build them or not? The two champions we'll talk about today is Fatalis Blade Master. So this was a limited time promo code they did with Monster Hunter. If you don't have this champion, you'll never get a chance at getting him anymore, but for the few of us that might pull them during that promo, or if you have an account with him, it would be good for you to see where he can be used. I maxed those two champions, him and Fortus. Fortus is the second one, for the video, but of course I didn't put any books into them. I don't need them, to be honest, so yeah. And looks like, and I didn't farm their masteries as well, just for you to know what are we testing against here. But they are in decent builds, not my top builds, but in decent builds to compare against what you can put them in if you have these champions. Looks like I'm never getting into the content creator program, or it seems like it at least, so I just need to be careful with my resources. So Fatalis is the first one, HP based nuker. Where he shines is because of this passive. He can be very difficult to deal with in arena. I wouldn't say offense so much, but defense definitely. If you manage to make him survive, that's why 6 or even 9 pieces of stone skin will suit him. If you manage to make him survive till he takes one single turn, that's why he can be slow, but he cannot be too slow. Nobody can crit him ever. This shield will protect him from any crits, and he'll put it on himself every time he takes a turn. On the other hand, Fortus is the defense based, not HP based nuker, and his damage increases and ignores defense if there is true fear on the team he's attacking. We'll test him today against some of the best champions in the same category, defense or HP based nukers, and let's see if they can still be used or if they are actually that bad. For some reason I like testing stuff in Doom Tower Hard 6 stage, don't ask me why. So decrease defense and weaken, and then let's do the HP based comparison first against Fatalis. I'm testing against Narcissus. Narcissus is way stronger and he's in a much stronger build, but just to give you an idea here, and we'll test him in arena as well. So that's of course Narcissus' biggest hit. Let's slow it down to check the damage numbers here. I've seen some big numbers here. Let's see how much damage he did, because I couldn't monitor the numbers myself. So he did 280k damage. Now let's remove Narcissus and test only Fatalis and see how much he'll do. So let's see now. And the main purpose of Fatalis here is not doing damage. Yes, he can do damage, but it's his survivability when he puts up that shield on himself. So let's see now. Attacks all enemy, increases defense and all of that. Okay, his A3 probably is his strongest. Let's compare it here. So he did almost 1/3 of Narcissus damage. But again, his build is not as strong as Narcissus. Let's compare the other skills. 3, let's test it now against that Whirlem. So Narcissus A3 did almost 80k damage. So that's his A2. Let's test it against Whirlem as well. Yeah, let's see. As I was saying, he won't be used 17k damage. That's nothing. That's really bad. Let's test him in an actual arena scenario here. So I want to choose a strong team. So let's say this one, for example. And the only thing we need here is for him to survive till he takes that first hit. So we want someone to boost the resistance mainly. And then maybe Arbiter just to boost the speed. So if we survive that initial slaughter, but let's see. So our Arbiter is faster. Okay, yeah, whatever. So, okay. He got the protected shield, or no, he doesn't have his shield yet. Now he's taken a turn. He didn't have his shield yet. Now this is his shield. You see, in spite of the buff stealing. But he should have his shield. Where is his shield now? This went pretty badly for us. Let's test against another team. I want to see how his shield is helping us survive. So far, Fatalis, everyone is happy they cannot get you anymore. Okay, A3, whatever. Well, barely okay damage there, and he has his shield from his passive. Let's see. So far, Stone Skin is doing him like more value than his shield. Maybe I'm not doing him like justice with the showcase. Let's see if we can take down Arbiter. Super weak hits. Okay, this is his shield now, and the thing is that it cannot be stolen, and he will always put it on himself after he takes a turn, so nobody can crit him. So even if the other members of the team die, he should just tank it and slow down whoever is attacking your arena defense. Okay, he's resisting everything. Probably part of his kit. I don't think his resistance is that high. But of course, the bad thing here is that the shields that he's putting on himself, though he cannot be crit, but as we just saw, this shield can be broken. If he's going slow enough, this shield, if it's broken, it won't be of any value to him. He put a shield back on himself somehow. Maybe I should read his kit more accurately. Okay. We're still surviving at least. Talking to you guys and playing. That's a speed farm team. And we've been at it for 2 minutes now. And yeah, they couldn't beat us yet, though it's very close now. Okay, so we can see the value of like someone like Yakar who does hit hard, who cannot crit him, but now the shield is broken. We're not going fast enough. If you build them fast, there will be no point, and they are chipping at us. So he does the job of slowing down the arena defense. Yes, correct. But if you climb high enough in arena, because I'm a bit low on gold 5 now, this is useless. Higher tier teams will kill him in a heartbeat. So the first verdict here with Fatalis is that he's useless. Yeah, I might be too harsh on him. He might have some niche use there. Our first test with Fatalis was miserable. So let's check the builds just to see like how much justice or injustice we're doing him. Of course, my Narcissus isn't lethal with 240% crit damage and 96% HP. Of course, he got also like his masteries, and he got Helm's Masher. Fatalis doesn't have any masteries, and we gave him only 220 almost crit damage with 86k HP. So this build, if you check this, for an HP based nuker, probably this is the range of your build, if we're talking that you are mid-game. So if you put these stats on Magnar, maybe made him a little bit faster. This is too slow. He will do way more damage than Fatalis there. As a Void Lego, he's miserable. He's not even worth buffing because nobody will have him. He was just a limited promo code. So Fatalis is a failure. Let's move on. The only reason why I'm not sad I got Fortus is because while getting him I got my Acresia. So yeah, I went for the guaranteed event. I thought they might buff him or whatever. That didn't happen. Let's compare him against. So my Staltus is in a decent build. 5-star with everything there. So let's see. Let's compare him against my Staltus here and see who will win or how much damage he will do. Of course, if I had a Sifi, which I don't like, increased defense will boost both of their damages for Fortus and Staltus here. I'll do something before we test Fortus, but let's first test Staltus damage. Okay. So Steltus with his double hitter, and we'll test his A3 because it also hits hard. 100, let's call it 110k. Now let's test it again with his A3 just to know what we're comparing against. Steltus of one of the top tier defense based nukers here. You can see this one hits harder. So Steltus is 110 on his A2 and 205 on his A3. Now let's go test Fortus, and what I will do, just to boost his damage as you should, hopefully my Masha lad will be faster than him, because one way of boosting Fortus damage is to apply fears before he goes. I found my Masha lad in the vault. Let's hope he's faster than Fortus, so we can show you what we mean here and we will compare the builds. So Fortus gains a lot of value from having true fear on everyone before he hits. Let's hit this guy here. Mashallah is a hard hitting champion. So let's see now. Okay, so his A3 will ignore a bunch of stuff. Let's see how much damage he will do. Not bad. We'll compare him to Mashallah actually and test the other skills. So he did 170k damage. My Mashallah is not geared properly. Mashallah can do way more damage there. But the main point, if we talk about Steltus doing 205 and 110, Fortus doing 170k almost damage with a gear that's not as decent as my Steltus gear, means that he's usable. If you have Fortus, he's not bad as a defense-based nuker because he's tanky, so he can survive a hit, and you can use him in several areas. I wouldn't say everywhere or as your main arena nuker, but now we have live arena, we have Centranos, we have 3v3, so definitely he can be usable there. Let's test this one. So it's also an A2. Yeah, this one looked weaker, didn't it? So only 70k. Yeah, okay. Let's check the builds and run him actually in arena. So we know we're faster than this team from the previous trial. Let's hope that we won't get cut in the middle. Okay, let's give this a try. Okay, we're still faster. Let's hope. Oh, there are better cut in, which is not good. Let's see if we can recover from this. So we won't be able to recover because Python put, so at least, where's his A3? Okay, let's try this. Okay, that's not a good showcase because we need to apply those fears if we want to see how much damage he will do. So against fast teams, he's not that useful. Let's see, this one might be a bit slower than us. So let's see now. Let's see now. Come on, come on. Just give me a chance. No, let me find a proper team that we can fight against, because yeah, all of these teams will just smack us to the ground before us taking a chance here. My teams are not built to be fast, as you can see. Okay, he got frozen. Let's do another boost here. And then let's hope that Mashalad will keep them in control. I don't want to hit Yakarl. I want them to survive this. Maybe control Lady Mikagi a little bit. Okay. Will we ever get a chance here to test him? Not looking good so far. And we lost all of our fears. That doesn't make sense. Okay. let me find a team. I was trying to find a team that's slow enough for us to boost. Given that my team is not like super fast, but still like I struggled to find a team that's slow enough for me to apply those debuffs and the fears so that we get a chance to test Fortus properly. What does that tell me? That is he usable? Yes, he's usable generally. He hits half hard, half decently hard, but the setup that he needs will not survive in today's meta. If it's live arena, if they rob you from the champions that will go ahead of him to apply the fears, or your speed booster or whatever, he will be almost like, I wouldn't say useless, but like look here, if we compare him against Mashalad, who I just brought to put out the fears, Mashalad did more damage properly. Yeah, as you can see, Mashalad, the debuffer, though Mashalad hits hard, so he's a good arena nuker. So my verdict, unfortunately, for both champions, so for Fortus as well, that they are mildly usable, but are they worth maxing out to use anywhere beyond using them at 50 for Faction Wars or Centranus? No. Unless you're running out of champions to max and you want to max any two niche champions to play around in different areas of the game. Both of these champions are a no-go. I just wasted resources maxing them out. It was for the video, so yeah, like and subscribe and all of the good stuff. But no, they are not usable. There is a ton of others epics, non-void epics, that can fit within the same categories, and they are way stronger than those void Legos that I've shown. Fatalis, it's not worth it even buffing him because nobody will get him beyond that promo. But Fortus, Plarium, maybe you should consider a second or a third, I don't remember, buff to Fortus, because people can still pull Fortus today and he's still a disappointment. Thank you all for tuning in today. I'll see you next time. Bye.